What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Haha! Yes indeed, we are coming back to BTS. Alright, BTS fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from James Jackson and a whole bunch of people in the comments. Too many people to mention, but James Jackson's the one who actually made this an official request over on the Patreon page. Anyway, a whole bunch of people in the comments did want me to do this, so I'm sure this is going to make a lot of people happy. They all want to see me react to this. It is BTS with a song called Black Swan. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We had some issues with this. When James made the request, this was a long time ago. James made the request for this. It was posted up on the official channel for the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and it had 21 million views. I went to download it today, and I couldn't download it, so I went and I checked out why. And as it turns out, the video has been made private. Yeah, the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon's official YouTube page took one of their own videos and made it private so that nobody could watch it. I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea why that happened. I cannot explain it. But I did, so I can't use the video off the official channel, but what I did do is I went and I searched BTS Black Swan Tonight Show in the YouTube search bar, and lo and behold, somebody has the same video posted up on their own channel. So I'm going to be using that. I really hope it's okay with everybody. I do, especially you, James, since you made the request. I'm sorry I couldn't use the link that you gave me, but according to what I've seen here in the description, this is it. This is practically the same thing. So hopefully we're going to be in a good spot here. This was posted by Luix with 2 X's at the end. Yeah, Luix. And the video has 8,100 views. Not going to get you there. All right. Look, I'm sure the video's fine, okay? I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. I'm just saying 8,100 views is not going to get you there. Before we get to the reaction, I do have to do a shout out real quick. I'm gonna try my best to keep this short. When I did my very first reaction to BTS, I'm not gonna lie guys, I was hesitant because I had some really negative experiences with another K-pop band who we will not mention their name because quite frankly, in my opinion, they don't deserve to have their name even mentioned on this channel. Their fan base was beyond toxic, and I just really don't want to give them any more attention than they already have. So I was very hesitant, and man, when that video went live, my heart shot up into my throat, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. Get ready for the hate. Guys, I am not kidding when I say this. BTS fans, holy cow. You guys are amazing. You guys are so respectful, so kind, so understanding. I mean, and more than anything, polite. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I did not get one negative comment. No hate, no slander, no name calling, no insult, no death threats. Thank God. No, I got none of that from you guys. So BTS fans, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being the awesome people that you are. And more importantly, thank you for representing your band, your favorite artists, in a positive way. It speaks volumes about yourselves and about BTS. So thank you guys. One last note, and then we're gonna get to the reaction, I promise. I know a lot of BTS fans were asking for me to do more reactions to BTS. And they want me to do more. Guys, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. There is the proper way to make requests though. You can say it in the comments all you want, and that's wonderful and that's great. But if you want to make official requests that go into the queue and will be reacted to, you have to make official requests on the Patreon page as a bronze tier member or higher. So please keep that in mind. Okay, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying if you guys want to make official requests, there's the proper way to do it over on the Patreon page. Okay, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to make this into a commercial. So anyway, other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. BTS performs Black Swan at The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, folks, I am a little worried about this. If The Tonight Show's channel, the official channel, made this performance on their channel private, I'm not saying BTS is gonna block this, but guys, The Tonight Show is owned by NBC, and NBC and CBS are very protective of their intellectual property, in particular The Tonight Show, probably the most protected out of everything, and David Letterman too. I don't know if this is gonna get blocked or not. I'm gonna hope it's not. We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this!
Do your thing with me now. Do your thing with me now. What's my thing? Tell me now, yeah. 심장이 뛰지 않는데 전하는 음악을 들을게 Trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 Oh, that'll be my first step I'll be nowhere so fade out
이게 나를 더 못 뚫린다면 내 가슴을 더 떨리게 못한다면 어쩜 이렇게 한번 죽겠지 아마 But what if the moment's right now
귓가에 눈이 심장 소리만 빰빰빰 어서 날래도 그 입속으로 점점점 하여튼 노래 도와닿지 못해 소리 없는 소리 질러 모든 빛에 침묵하는 바다 yeah 길 잃은 내 발목을 또 잡아 yeah 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 yeah Killing me now do you hear me yeah
홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나 몸부림 쳐봐도 사방이 바닥 나
모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 yeah Feeling me now do you hear me yeah
Should I say it now, or should I save it for the review? Think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna save it for the review. I don't want to say it too early. Let me watch the whole performance too. Maybe it'll give me more clues. Maybe more things will be brought into light. But yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. The song itself, well written, well constructed, well thought out, well organized, well designed. Very pleasing to the ear. I could see a song like this being a hit. It's got a certain, this is going to sound weird, but hear me out. It has a certain emptiness to it. It's not full sounding. It's not huge. It's not robust. It's very spacious in its sound design and in its voicings and its orchestrations. It's basically bare essentials. Okay, they don't have like a brass section and a string section and guitars and keyboards up the yin yang. No, it's very stripped down to its bare essentials, leaving a lot of openness within the song. And there is, believe it or not, there is a certain appeal there. It really helps to draw the listener in. Now, how is the rest of the song going to go? I don't know. Maybe this is a way of drawing in maybe that's the whole point. They want to draw the listener in with this spaciousness, with this openness, so that once they get to a certain point, maybe in like the next 30 seconds, all of a sudden they're going to kick in and all that empty space and all of that openness is going to get filled with voicings, whether it be strings, woodwinds, brass, keyboards, guitars, you name it. I mean, there are auxiliary percussion. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know, but that would be a nice way to go about it. Then again, maybe it'll just stay open like this. That's fine too. Like I said, there's a certain beauty that comes with that openness, with that spaciousness, that's stripped down to the bare essentials. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. I cannot believe this set design. They had this set on the Tonight Show. I don't know about that. I think they had this set off-site. And they, threw it, so Jimmy Fallon's doing his spiel, whatever, and then they throw it, live via satellite type of deal to some soundstage, maybe on the same lot on the NBC studios or on the Universal Studios, maybe in a soundstage. They set this all up, but I can't imagine a set this big being utilized on the Tonight Show set. You know what I mean? It's too big. It's too spacious. There's no way this was actually on the set for the Tonight Show. But it's well designed. I like it. I really like this layout that they have here. Kind of a Celtic feel to it. A lot of greenery. I like this. I like the mist. I like the smoke. The lighting, really nice. No, they did a great job on the set. Anyway, let's keep going here. Let's see how this song goes. Let me back up a little bit.
What's my thing? Turn me now, yeah. Deeper, 양 뜨거운 deeper. 자꾸 초점을 잃어. 이제 너와 좀 싫어. 차라리 내 발로 갈게. 네가 뛰어들어갈게. 가장 깊은 곳에서 너는 날 봤어. 천천히 난 눈을 떠. 여기 나의 작업실 내 스튜디오. 거센 파도 깜깜하게 나를 스쳐줘. 절대 끌려가지 않을 거야. 다시 또 인사. I said myself.
내게 빠른 심장 소리만 뻔뻔뻔 두 눈을 뜨고 나의 숲으로 점점점 그 무엇도 날 삼킬 순 없어 이것 나는 소리 질러 모든 빛이 침묵하는 바다 yeah, yeah, yeah. 길이 있는 방목을 또 잡아 yeah, yeah, yeah.
어떤 소리로 들리지 않아 yeah, yeah, yeah. Killing me now, killing me now Do you hear me yeah
보인 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나나나 몸부림쳐봐도 사방이 바닥나나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling me now, feeling me now Do you hear me yeah Do your thing with me now Do your thing with me now Watch my thing, tell me now yeah, 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 yeah
Okay, I have a much clearer picture now. I have a much clearer picture now, especially hearing how they ended. Like the very last 2 seconds, how they ended. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what they did here. Okay. All right. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was BTS with Black Swan. This was a request from James Jackson and a whole bunch of other people in the comments. Yeah, a lot of people. I remember reading all the, believe it or not, guys, I do read every single comment. If you make a comment and it gets a heart next to it, that means I read it, okay? Trust me, I read every single comment that is made. And I do remember this song popping up a lot in the comments, along with a couple of others. Run, Mic Drop. It was one other one that I saw a lot for. Don't think I didn't forget those. I'm kind of playing with an idea. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe after doing this and this gets dropped and everybody watches this and I get comments, maybe I'll make a decision then. But I am playing with an idea. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes later. Okay, so before I give my score, I'm just gonna say this one more time. BTS fans, feeling you. Yes, indeed. Come on now. You guys are amazing. Like I said, when I did my first reaction to BTS for Dionysus, I'm just gonna flat out say it. I was scared. I was terrified. I was petrified. Because I did deal with that other K-pop group, and man, the toxicity from that fan base was mind-blowing. So when I saw I was doing this, I was like, here we go again. Oh man, here we go again. But guys, in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen who are BTS fans, or as I learned to say, Army, BTS Army, you guys are amazing. You really are. I am dead serious when I say this. I did not get one negative comment. Not one. Not one person insulted me. Not one person was calling me names. Not one person was making death threats. Unlike that other group, everybody was very understanding. Everybody was very complimentary, actually. And everybody was very appreciative of the fact that I was being honest. And that was probably the most common thing from the BTS fans, BTS Army, sorry. I'm working on it. BTS Army was telling me that they appreciate honesty. And when they watch reactors who are fake and phony and they're just pandering and whatnot, they can tell. And they're not happy with those people. So luckily, that's not going to be the case here. Trust me. And this video is going to be a perfect example of that. No, you guys have been awesome. I really hope the awesomeness continues. And listen, I got no problem with people disagreeing with me. I have no problem with that whatsoever, as long as people do it in a respectful way. So if you don't agree with what I say, that's cool. And if you want to voice your disagreement with me, that's cool too. Just please do it respectfully. All right. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys know I do appreciate you guys. I do. Having said that, I have a score here, and I know it's probably not a score that BTS fans are going to be thrilled with, but I think if you guys listen to what I have to say and keep in mind my experience in the field, I think it's going to make a lot more sense, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
First thing I want to say is this. 8.3, is that a bad score? No. By definition, 8.3 is a great score. Anything from 8.0 to 8.9 is classified as great. Just remember, 8 is great. If you get 8 point anything, you're getting a great score. Now, I know this is lower than what I gave Dionysus. What did I give Dionysus? 8.7? 8.7, 8.8, I think somewhere in there. I know it was up in the high 8s. I know this is lower. I have my reasonings for it. I'm going to get to those reasonings right now. Number one, the song itself. I think the song on its own, I think is a great song. Very well constructed, very well organized in a very stripped down way. Literally taking just pretty much the bare essentials when it comes to instrumentation to create the song. Relying far more heavily on the vocals, which I'm going to talk about also in a little bit. But the song construction as a whole, very well done. I like the song for what it is. It is stripped down. It does have that openness to it. It does have that airiness to it, that spaciousness to it, that a lot more could be added in if that was desired. And it maybe, who knows, maybe in certain live situations, maybe they would want to have like an orchestra backing them up, like a full-blown live orchestra. Well, with a song like this, as open and spacious as it is, it leaves a lot of wiggle room to have things like that happen. Or if they want to have like a guest pianist come out and perform with them, you know, they have the room. They definitely have the room. It's a very well done song, a very well constructed song, and a very well written song. Having said that, is it my cup of tea? Not really. I personally prefer songs that are a little more upbeat, have a little more edge to them, have a little more energy to them. Dionysus is a perfect example. I dug the song. I really did. I thought the song was actually really good. It was a really well done song. It was actually not really good. It was a great song. Between this song and Dionysus, I definitely prefer Dionysus. I felt it was edgier. I felt it was more energetic. It had more drive than this song did. This song had energy and it had drive, just in a far more relaxed way. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know people like this kind of music, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I see the appeal. I absolutely do. Am I ever gonna put this song on a playlist? Nah, very, very, very doubtful. But I think Mrs. Heretic might actually like this. This is definitely up her alley. As far as the voicings go, as far as the vocals go, very well done, very well constructed. You heard some auto-tune in there, obviously. You know, you heard some hard steps. Instead of being more of a glissando, it was just, you know, step to step, you know, integer to integer, semitone to semitone, very hard stepping, which is fine. You know, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely a market for that. There absolutely is. I know a lot of pop music utilizes those type of steps, and it's popular and it sounds good. I know a lot of people like it. I'm not necessarily one of those people, but it does work. And listen, it helps to sell records. So I got no issue with it. Not me personally. Well, like I said, on a personal level, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, but I get it. I absolutely get it. The choreography, I gotta say, probably out of the entire video, between the choreography and the set, those two things look amazing. I am not a choreographer expert. I'm not. I don't know anything about dance, okay? The closest thing I could equate what they do to is my experience with marching band and field shows. and having to know, you have 20 beats to get to this spot where you will be literally 2 feet from the back hash on the 38-yard line. And on the next part, you have you have 16 beats to get to this spot where you will be, 4 feet from the front hash on the 40-yard line, And then you're going to walk backwards for another 16. No, we'll do 8. Walk backwards for 16, a perfect right angle while staying forward, marching to the right for another 8 beats until you get to the 35-yard line. But you got to step slow because you got 16 beats to move 5 yards. So, take small steps, walking in a perfectly straight line, from one spot to the next at a 90-degree angle while facing forward. That's about the closest that I personally have experienced with when it comes to choreography. Not including fight sequences. I don't count that. That's a whole nother ball of wax. But their choreography looked tight. It looked well executed. It looked well thought out. Very conducive to the style of the song. So I got absolutely no issue with their choreography. I think their choreography was definitely one of the highlights of the video. The set design. There is no way that set was made inside the Tonight Show studio. It was too big, it's too spacious, there's way too much things going on between the greenery and the props and the mist and the lighting. That must have been done in a soundstage probably on Universal, probably soundstage 28 or 27, I don't know. It's probably right next door to the Tonight Show soundstage. More than likely. It was just too extravagant, too elaborate. There's no way they fit that in that tiny stage that the Tonight Show has. You had a band like Motorhead go up, a 3-piece band go up there, and the stage looks tight. The 3-piece, they fill it out nicely. So having 7 guys up there with all that greenery and all the sets, pieces and everything, no way. But it was very well done though. I liked the set. The set looked really good. Whoever designed that set really knows what they're doing, man, when it comes to creating that kind of an atmosphere. Now, the question everybody's wondering, do I think this was actually live? This is where I really hope BTS fans really hear me out. I'm going to say that was not live, as far as vocals go. I'm going to say that was a lip sync job. Now, the reason I'm saying that please hear me out, BTS fans. You've been awesome so far. Hear me out, okay? Number one, it's the Tonight Show, okay? NBC, and in particular the Tonight Show, are very aware and very constrained on expenses. And production costs money, and filming time costs money. And doing multiple takes, that's expensive, guys. It's very expensive. And NBC and the Tonight Show really like to keep their costs down. And one of the best way to do that is when bands come out to have them do lip sync jobs. We have seen so many bands do it. It's not uncommon. And this is where things are going to get interesting. I do not blame BTS for this. This was not their call. This was 100% NBC's call and the Tonight Show's call, forcing BTS to do a lip sync job because of money, time constraints, production constraints. I guarantee you that's the reason. I can promise you it was not BTS's call. Very few bands go onto television and actually want to lip sync. Very few. Lip syncing is something that is really frowned upon. It is within the live music community, but it's also a very real thing. And if you want to appear on television, you better be ready to do it. My band, personally, we were asked to come out when we were touring in Europe. We were asked to come on to a morning show over in Europe. I'm not going to say which one, but we were asked to come and perform because we were selling out every single place we went, and buzz was being generated especially with our first album. So they asked us, come out and perform. So we did. We showed up, and we got in the makeup chairs and we had all our equipment coming in. And I remember when our equipment was coming in, we got some really strange looks. We got some really weird looks. And I was like, oh, that's weird. All right, we're bringing in our gear, we're bringing our rigs and everything like that, our speakers, our amps, our cables, and everything like that. And we're in our makeup chairs, and the producer comes in. That one of the stage producers comes in, and he proceeds to tell us that we're doing a lip sync job. And we're like, no, we're not. We don't lip sync. We play live. You know, that's all there is to it. And the production manager just basically looked at us and said, listen, no, you're doing a lip sync job or you're not appearing. So we took our gear and we left. we weren't going to do a lip sync job, guys. We weren't going to do it. It was not in our best interest to do that. Now, a lot of people say in hindsight that was a stupid move because we missed out on some television exposure. And looking back, they're probably right, but at least our integrity is intact. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's that. But I'm not saying that BTS doesn't have integrity. I'm not saying that. Okay, what I'm saying is they wanted to appear on, and I'm sure their production company wanted them to appear on the Tonight Show. And the Tonight Show said, that's fine. We'd love to have you. These are the rules. You will follow them or you will not appear. And I'm sure BTS was like, fine. We'll do the lip sync job. I'm sure they weren't thrilled about it, man. I'm sure they weren't. But yeah, I'm just gonna go on record and say that was a lip sync job. It sounded like it. It looked like it. You heard the click, and I heard it in the audio. When the song ended, you heard that sudden mute. Like, that's the end of the song. All the buzz, all the hiss that you could. I mean, it's very hard to hear. But it was there in the last second. You heard that click off. So, yeah. Now, I know people are going to be going, why do they have mics in front of their mouths? It's for the show, guys. I mean, if you're going to go out there without mics, it's definitely going to look like a lip sync job. At least if you have mics in your hands, you'll have people asking questions and wondering. You know what I mean? Why'd they have in-ears in their ears? Very simply, so they could hear the track. That way they save on, you know, having to have all these floor monitors and stuff that could pick up outside ambient sound and having to use live microphones. Everything gets pumped directly into the house, or not into the house, into the board. So it's easier, it's cleaner, it's a lot easier way to do it, a lot faster way to do it. Just put the in-ears in and have the track going through the ears, along with a click probably. And like I said, I'm not blaming BTS for this. I'm sure that they did not want to lip sync. But at the same time, the Tonight Show has their rules. And if they say, you're doing a lip sync job, then you're doing a lip sync job, guys. That's really all there is to it. I don't blame BTS for that. I don't hold anything against them for doing that. They did what they had to do. So there you go. I wonder what this song sounds like in a real live situation, like when they're playing in front of people, in front of a crowd, and you hear the crowd noise. And I wonder what that sounds like. I'm going to have to go look it up. I'm going to have to go see. Anyway, but so since this was not a live performance, I didn't take that into account really. So this score of 8.3 is quite literally based 100% on the song itself. So yeah, 8.3 for the song I think was fantastic. So yeah, 8.3, I feel good about that score, and that is where we're gonna stay. So 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.